Good morning, everyone. I welcome to everyone for today's webinar on recovery of dues to MSME without going to court. This session is designed to help MSMEs exploring different strategies for recovering outstanding payments without needing to have a lengthy legal procedures. And to discuss the topic, we are honored to have us today's expert speaker, Sir C. Vishnuvasya. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce him. He is a qualified chartered accountant in practice and has been a cost accountant and a law graduate from Calcutta University. He is a qualified DSA from ICI, and he has also passed multiple certification courses like MSME and Forensic Audit and Fraud Detection from ICI. He is also a peer reviewer as well, and he is a regular speaker on different topics of MSMEs and entrepreneurship development, conducting multiple webinars, seminars on these topics. And he is also a different professional members association of trades, social and sports organization, and he will be guiding us through the practical solutions and best practices for managing these overdue payments in a way that saves times and resources. So without further ado, I'll hand it over to our speaker, sir, to start the session. Sir, over to you.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Satish, for your introduction. Today, we'll be discussing very important topic. It is recovery of dues to MSME without going to court. Basically, this topic is related to the delayed payment to MSME, micro, small, medium enterprises. So before I go to the topic, the technical part of the topic, I should prefer to discuss some background in our MSME ecosystem. Friend, you know that this MSME Act 2006, Micro, Small, Medium Enterprise Development Act 2006, came in the year 2006. And before that, there was another act. It is called the Interest on Delayed Payments to Small Scale and Ancillary Industrial Undertaking, 1993. So when the present act, the Micro, Small, Medium Enterprise Development in 2006, almost similar type of provision was there in the earlier act, the Interest on Delayed Payments to Small Scale and Ancillary Industrial Undertaking, Act 1993. But in the earlier act, there's some deficiency, or you can say lacuna, and there was no such categorization like micro, small, medium enterprises. So that earlier act was repealed and a new act came in the year 2006, namely the Micro, Small, Medium Enterprise Development in 2006. So our discussion will be basically on this present act, the Micro, Small, Medium Enterprise Development Act. In short, we call it MSME Act 2006. So what is the how many sections and chapters in this act is there? There are 32 sections, 6 chapters. So in the act, you know that there is provision of registration regarding how the government come out with different schemes. Everything is there. But the main important thing is that what we will going to discuss today, it is in the chapter 5, section 15, 16 to 24, which will be related to this delayed payment to our today's topic. So these delayed payments or present, what we will going to discuss today, you know that total micro ecosystem, or you see that the total MSME ecosystem, this there are three categories: micro, small, and medium enterprises. And the enterprises which are getting the Uddam registration or MSME registration, they are called the either micro, small, or medium enterprises. So in our present topic, the medium enterprises and trading community will not come. So only the micro and small enterprises who are in manufacturing sector and who are in service sector will be coming. So no trading community will come, no medium enterprises will be coming. You know that in this budget, Union Budget 2025, there is proposal of change of the present definition. And you know that this present definition is changed. And the notification came 2 days back, 21st March this month. And it will be effective from 1st April 2025. This is the present notification and the new definition. So according to this definition, enterprises will be categorized as micro, small, and medium enterprises. You know that earlier for micro investment was 1 crore. Now it is 2.5 crore. I'm talking about the threshold limit. For micro, the annual turnover, earlier it was 5 crore, now it is 10 crore. Similarly, small, the threshold for investment was 10 crore. It is now 25 crore. For turnover, earlier it was 50 crore, now 100 crores. Similarly, for medium, the threshold for investment was earlier 50 crore, now it is 125 crore. And turnover, 250 crore, it was earlier 250 crore, now it is 500 crore. So the threshold limit has been increased. So according to this definition, present definition, which is notified, but will be effective from 1st April 2025. So every enterprises who are going to getting themselves registered on the Uddam portal, they will be categorized according to their investment and turnover. So investment and turnover will be taken from your ITR, income tax return. And when you will be filing your ITR, income tax return, and automatically the system will take care of, and you will be categorized as micro, small, and medium enterprises. So you know that earlier I have already discussed in last session regarding registration and its procedure and migration procedure, everything. Now I am not going into details about the registration. Now I am coming directly to our main topic. It is in respect of the delayed payment to MSME. And before that, friend, you should know that in the MSME ecosystem, earlier we have known that there's small scale industries, ancillary industries. So in new system, when the micro, small, medium enterprises development act came in the year 2006, in place of industry, the enterprises word had been replaced to give wider conception with wider things, like when you are talking about industry, then only we know the manufacturing sector. But when enterprises have been included, then that includes the service sector and as good as the trading sector. So it has a wider meaning.
Wider coverage.
Wider coverage, right. So we are going directly before that. You know that there were also earlier two definition, that those definitions are not applicable right now. At the beginning of this act, there was a definition up to 30th June 2020. That definition was there. Now second change was there. 1st July 2022, 31st March 2000. Right now, this definition is applicable for this 5-6 days. This definition, that old definition. But from 1st April 2025, the proposed definition, which is been already notified, will be there. So according to this present definition, from 1st April onwards, you will be categorized as micro, small, medium enterprises. Now we go to directly to our topic. It is related to the delayed payment to MSME. What is the delayed payment to MSME? You know that there is one side, there is a supplier, or you can say that the one hand you have supplier and other hand you have buyer. So between supplier and buyer, there is transaction. And when a supplier, here supplier means micro and small, and who is in manufacturing sector or service sector, not in trading sector.
Section 15 of which act?
MSME Act. I am talking, entire discussion will be based on our present act, that is Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises Development Act 2006. And under this act, section 15, there is a liability of buyer to make payment to supplier. When supplier means MSE supplier, micro, small enterprises supplier who has Uddam registration, when he will supply his goods or provide services to any buyer, then their payment should come with maximum within 45 days. Here, there are 2 points. One point is if there is any agreement, and on the other hand, there is no agreement. Agreement means writing agreement, and basically, agreement will tell the payment terms. How many days the supplier will get payment, and it will be written agreement. So when there is a agreement, then section 15 says that the supplier will get, as per agreed time period, maximum 45 days. It means that if your agreed terms exceed 45 days, then within maximum 45 days, you will get payment. And your agreed term is 30 days, then within 30 days. If agreed time is 44 days, then it is 44 days. But if agreed term is 46 days, then maximum 45 days you will get payments, if there is an agreement. If there is no agreement, then it is within 15 days.
That means maximum period is that is agreed terms or 45 days, whichever is lower.
Yes. Maximum 45 days you will be getting payments. If there is an agreement. If there is no agreement, then it is 15 days. So this section is very important. Now, if under this section, some important definitions are there. Who will be supplier? Supplier supplies goods or services. So supplier is the micro and small enterprises having Uddam registration certificate in hand. And they will be either in manufacturing sector or service sector. Trading sector, supplier will not come and medium enterprise will not come. Buyer, who will be buyer? Buyer will be anybody. So, friend, when I'm talking about the time period of 45 days, maximum 45 days, so after 45 days, your payment will be delayed. Or if there is no agreement, after 15 days, your payment will be delayed. But it will be called your delayed payment. So you will be, in case of agreement, you are getting 45 days maximum. And in case of there is no agreement, you are getting 15 days maximum. So in case of, suppose one supplier supplies goods or provides services to a buyer or purchaser, whatever you call it, and the goods is rejected or service is rejected. In that case, how you will calculate this 45 days? Friend, when the supplier supplies goods to a buyer and a buyer is not satisfied with his goods or services, or that services or supply of goods is not as per their terms and it is rejected, then buyer has to inform the supplier within 15 days कि we are not agreed the supply of goods or services, and he has to compulsorily reject that goods or services within 15 days. Then after the ball is in the supplier court, because this goods or service is not accepted and he has rejected within 15 days. So in that case, how will calculate the 45 days? Or in case of rejection, how will calculate the 45 days? When the goods is rejected and ball is in the supplier's hand, then when the supplier corrects that rejection or corrects the ongoing supply or
correct the deficiencies.
The deficiency, and he can take any days to rectify that deficiency. So after when that day when the deficiency is corrected, from that day you will calculate again the 45 days or 15 days. So this is about the concept of 45 days or 15 days in case of there is no agreement.
If there is no agreement, then we will consider it as 15 days. But suppose within that 15 days, like they didn't, like the buyer didn't inform about the rejection or the defect in the goods, then like what will be the period? Like then, like 15 days we will be taken.
No.
From the date of delivery, 15 days from the date.
You see that if within 15 days the rejection is not informed, then normally 15 days or 45 days will be taken. You have to compulsorily inform the supplier within 15 days of receipt of goods.
So after 15 days, like from the receipt of the goods, if the buyer informed supposedly on 20th day or something, then we will consider that as a concern, like that will be considered or not?
No,
Yes, when that rectification will be done, from that day, again that 15 days or 45 days concept as per section 15 will be coming. It is simple thing. Again, I am making you understand. Normally, if there is an agreement, you take 45 days. If there is no agreement, you take 15 days. Fine. If there is a rejection of goods, then you have to reject that goods within 15 days of receipt of goods or services. And when that deficiency is corrected, the day when the deficiency corrected, from that day, you have to again calculate the 45 days and 15 days.
Sir, our question is different. The objection should be made within 15 days from the date of acceptance. So our question was there that whether if it is not objection is raised within 15 days, whether how to calculate the days.
If the objection is not raised within 15 days, then this simply from maximum 45 days is there, or your agreed days is there. From that agreed days or maximum 45 days, you will be liable to make payment in case of agreement. And if there is no agreement, then after 15 days, you are liable to make payment.
So that is are you willing to tell after 15 days there will be no objection will be acceptable?
Yes.
That's all.
You have to compulsorily make objection within 15 days of receipt of goods or services. If you are not making objection, suppose you are making objection on 16 days of receipt of goods, then the earlier provision 15 days, earlier provision as per section 15, 45 days and 15 days normal provision will come. So compulsory you have to raise your concern, rejection within 15 days of receipt of goods or services. Any question?
Yes, there is, we still couldn't get it, this subject. If the customer doesn't send any rejection memo within 15 days,
Yes.
it means that the material has been accepted, because
Yes.
the problem is the customer, I have a case where the customer has objected that the materials are not good after 30 days, and he has asked us to lift the materials, whereas it is those materials are printed materials and we are unable to take it back. Now, when we are demanding payment, he has raised a debit note after 2 months and saying that you take back your goods, whereas as per you, since it has not been raised within 15 days, our payment, we should get our payment.
Sir, the provision says you have to make a rejection within 15 days. And your case is different because you are talking about other thing. He is not lifting the goods after 15 days. So against this provision, section 15 says simply that you have to raise question, you have to raise, that rejection within 15 days.
Okay.
So again, when there is a delayed payment, or you are having some delayed cases, then there is, that there is huge interest charge will be there on the amount, and it is, that 3% of the bank rate and monthly rest with compounding interest. Right now, the bank rate is 6.50%. So if you multiply 6.50 into 3, it will come out roughly 1920, around 20%. And when you will compounding and monthly, then it will be more than that. So if there is delayed payment, you can claim this interest as per section 16. So this is as per section 16. You are liable to pay interest on the delayed payments. Recently, that this bank rate is changed time to time as per RBI monetary policy. When they quarterly come out, they also come out with this bank rate. Right now, 1 month back, they have notified 6.50% as bank rate. So according to that, you have to calculate your interest amount, interest portion. So buyer is liable to pay again. Section 17 says buyer has to pay interest on the delayed payments So you have to calculate the period of delay. You know that after, again, I am talking about section 15, 45 days or is this an agreement? And if there is no agreement, 15 days. After that, you have to calculate the delayed period, and accordingly you have charged the interest or calculate the interest, and buyer is liable to pay that interest. There is a provision or there is a system in the Act, MSMED Act 2006. Since suppliers a goods and there is a delayed payment is not coming within 45 days or 15 days, then what you will do? Definitely you will coordinate with your buyer to make payment. If buyers is not still making payment, then there is a system of filing application or case without going to court. That my topics today is how you will make your recovery on delayed payments without going to court. There is a council. It is called Micro Small Enterprise Facilitation Council. In short, we call it MSEFC. Section 18(1) says that there is the council. It is a government body, state government body, and here you have to make your application. Right now, this online system, and there is also a physical. You can file physical case also. So this micro small enterprises facilitation council, how it is formed? It is a government body, particularly state government body, and presently there is 113 MSEFC pan India. In our state, West Bengal, there is 3 MSEFC, one in Kolkata, other is at Durgapur and at Siliguri. So we have 3 MSEFC, and the portal, the name of the portal is www.samadhan.mseme.government.in. So at this portal online, you have to file your delayed payment cases. When there is delayed payment and you want to file, if the payment is not coming to you after 45 days or 15 days as the case may be, then you can file there on the portal. And who will be the member of this MSEFC? It is a administrative body, government administrative body, and it has power to make order against your case. And that order is also challengeable or appealable in High Court. So who will be the member of this MSEFC council? There will be maximum 5 members and minimum 3 members. So who will be the member? Director of Industries, all are, that government officers, one more representative from the industry association, banks, one or more person having special knowledge in the field of industry. So government decides who will be the member in this MSEFC. There will be minimum 3 and maximum 5 members, and they are taking care of these cases. So online you have to file the cases, and then your application or reference, you can say, will be taken care of, and it is up to the MSEFC. They will decide whether your application or your reference is for case or not. You have filed case to MSEFC. They can reject apparently, or they can accept. When they accept your application, then your proceeding will start and application will be treated as a case, and the proceedings will be started. How the proceedings will be started? On receipt of application, MSEFC makes one conciliation, and right now the whole thing is online. So you will get notice, boards will get notice supplies, and online the MSEFC will make a conciliation. Conciliation means actually first settlement. They will invite the buyer and seller online, and if they agrees, okay, no problem, I will make payment on such date, or the payment is everything is all right, then the case is over. If the conciliation fails, and before that, the MSEFC will be treated as conciliator. And if conciliation fails, then the arbitration proceeding will be started. And this conciliation and arbitration proceeding will be as per the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996. So first conciliation and second step is arbitration. Conciliation normally one member bench. Normally they held one member bench. They invite both sides and they try to settle your dispute. And dispute is not settled, or conciliation fails, or this conciliation is terminated without any settlement, then the proceeding of arbitration will come. And again, the MSME FC will act as arbitrator. And normally, this conciliation or arbitration process, they have to decide within 90 days. This way, I have just shown you how this thing is going. On receipt of reference by MSCFC, council itself conduct conciliation as a conciliator, or 6, another institution or center to have alternative dispute resolution services. And if settlement comes, then it is settled. If conciliation is not successful or it fails, then the arbitration proceeding will come and MSCFC will act as arbitrator and then try to settle the disputes and make order against their proceedings. Normally within 90 days, they give the order against your dispute, whether the buyer will get payment or how much payment they will get, everything. If this order, then again I said earlier, this order is challengeable or appealable.
So in the order, there is a provision of the penalty or penal interest deal for delay.
No, I'm coming. You know that there is order. Suppose there is an order of 1 crore rupees. Buyer has to pay against supplies or services to the supplier. Then if the buyer wants to file appeal to the High Court against the order, then out of 1 crore, 75% of 1 crore means 75 plus he has to deposit the money with the court, and then your appeal will be accepted. As per section 19 says, against 75% of the decree amount or award amount or order amount, he has to file with the court to have appeal proceeding. So some important points, you know that this Samadhan portal is there. Again, I have already told there is Samadhan portal online filing, but at the same time, you have to file the physical copy also. It is up to the, already I have told, it is up to the MSCFC who will take care of your application and convert it into case. If they think it is a false claim, they can apparently reject that your application. Or if they accept the application and it is converted into case, and proceedings of conciliation and arbitration will start. you know that when you are going to file cases in MSCFC, the the uh, jurisdiction of the supplier is considered, not the jurisdiction of the buyer. You know that in Kolkata, suppose you have supplied goods or provide services to a party in Mumbai. So when the supplier files cases against non-payment of the supplier of goods or services, then the supplier's jurisdiction means Kolkata jurisdiction will be considered, and the MSCFC of Kolkata, they will take care of the supplier case. So MSCFC, where the supplier office is there, maybe your head office or registered office, that jurisdiction is considered. Suppose you have got principal amount you have got, but your interest is due because uh, uh, it is after 45 days or 15 days and want to claim interest, then for alone interest amount, you can file cases. If suppose your claim is false claim, maybe your false claim and MSCFC think this this claim is not as per, no, it is false, then it will be, they can reject it, but rejected summarily. There is no penalty against that. They will simply reject your case.
One more question. If the supplier has so many offices in India, they can lodge the complaint from any of the offices?
No, normally your head office or registered office is considered, and jurisdiction of your head office and your head office or registered office, and their head office and registered office MSCFC normally will take care of your case, because when you file your application online, then according to the Uddam registration certificate, their address is there, your mobile number is there, your mail ID is there. So that address will means according to that address as per your Uddam registration, MSCFC will be selected, or your case will go to that MSCFC, respective MSCFC. And when your case is decided by the MSCFC, then I already told that minimum 3 members will be there and maximum 5. So there is quorum of minimum 3 members.
I have a
And
question.
majority, yes.
Like while we file the case in a Samadhan portal, lodge our complaint, and thereafter that when the conciliator like submit like accept our case matter, and thereafter we filed the hard copy to the respective MSCFCs. After, what will be the procedure? Like they will provide a date for the conciliation, or what is the procedure?
Normally, when you file your application and your application is converted into case, then first I have already discussed, first conciliation proceeding will be starting. And regarding conciliation proceeding, you will get notice. Means your supplier will get notice and buyer will get notice ki on that date will hear your case. Then normally it is right now online. So online, both the supplier and the buyer will join, and from MSCFC they will be joining. So within these 3 uh, members, the case will be decided.
Then, or like in one of my case, I have lodged a complaint, and thereafter it is in the conciliation stage. I have already submitted as per the instruction of the conciliator, already submitted the paperworks to the MSCFCs, and thereafter what is the procedure? Like they will provide another
Yes.
date through a notice to the buyer and the supplier, and then again we will sit for the
Again, you will get
conciliation.
notice. Means again you
Okay.
get letter.
Okay.
They will scrutiny the papers, and on the scrutiny, when if they observe something or any finding, they again will reply to you, and again they can again sit. Ultimately, their objective is to settle your dispute between the buyer and seller.
At the earliest.
It is it at the earliest, right? And uh, it is not like that quote. Here I would like to add something. Why this provision has come? You know that I'm again my today's topic is delayed payment without going to court. So this provision, this act, when in the year 2006 came, the long discussion in Parliament held, and as a policy decision, they have decided that this type of act should come, where there will be categorization as a micro, small, medium enterprises. And since there is a huge problem, payment problem to the micro, small, medium enterprises, they are not getting timely payment, and because of they are not getting timely payment, their cash flow is disturbed, and they are not proceeding further in their trade, commerce, whatever it is. So they have come out such provision as a policy decision, policy making. And section this chapter 5, 15 to 23, like Samadhan portal and all these proceedings, because of this, they have come out with this provision so that the small, medium, and enterprises get relief, and they can take payment, they can get payment timely within 45 days or 15 days. And if they go to court, suppose you are not filing here, you are filing to a court, then what will happen? You will get
Long
time, date and date and date and date. Your don't know when your case will be settled or your disputed over in court. But here there is specific provision, a specific timeline. Though within 90 days, MSCFC will decide order. Though it is not happening within 90 days because huge number of cases are there, and since it's a government body, you know that there is limitation, there is staff strength is not proper, and all these things. But government is trying to settle your dispute through conciliation and arbitration so that the small and medium enterprises, micro and small enterprises get payment timely within 45 days.
And also
So that,
through court of law, there is a cost involved.
yes, here the system is online at low cost. So it is a special provision, special proceedings, you can say, that every buyer or seller take advantage of that. So friend, this is something about this proceeding. And again, I am telling, if suppose your case is pending in a court of law, normal court of law, then you cannot file same matter here, MSCFC, because one is pending somewhere. Same thing cannot be proceeded here. So either you have to withdraw from that proceeding from court of law and file here, or you have to wait till your proceedings is over in court.
It is just like a ombudsman. Ombudsman case is also same. If you have already approached to a court of law and
Yes.
it is a pending, decision is pending, you cannot move
You can
to
say.
ombudsman.
You can say. And council, MSCFC, cannot decide the criminality in case. If there is criminality aspect is involved in your case, then they will not take care of. They will not proceed, because criminal case you go to court and as per other law of land. So here specifically the dispute between the supplier and buyer regarding goods and supplies. Here are some important points. One thing, you have Uddam registration. Suppose you have Uddam registration and you have a dispute on a particular bill. You know that your bill or invoice should be after your Uddam registration date, not before your Uddam registration date. Because this whole act is prospective, not retrospective. Means you have old bill, suppose you have old bill, but you have taken Uddam registration right now. So your old bill cannot be accepted here. It is clear, there is one decision in Supreme Court is there, Silpi industry. This whole process is, the prospective, not retrospective. And already I have told ki when proceeding will be starting, you will get notice, and notice, normally you get notice on email, but WhatsApp notice and SMS notice also accepted. And foreign buyer is not applicable here. If you supply goods or services to foreign buyer, then it is very difficult to proceed, because as per the Micro, Small, Medium Enterprise Development in 2006, the overseas enterprise is not applicable. And suppose you have supplies to a buyer and buyer is deceased, then the legal heirs of deceased buyer is also applicable. So this is something about, that the proceeding. And again, I am repeating, the Samadhan portal, the portal name is www.samadhan.msme.government.in. Here you can file your application. How you will file your application? You have a valid invoice and a valid work order. This is very important. Why I'm talking about this? Because suppose you have supplied goods or provide services to a buyer. On what basis you are supplying and raising invoices? You should have proper work order. Normally, if you supply government department or a very company, then definitely on the basis of work order you will supply that your goods or services. But if you don't have, suppose, work order, verbally you have supplied, in that case what will happen, or what you will do? When you will file your application for your delayed payments against a disputed invoices, then you will see in the portal there is 5 places or 5 fields. Consequent 5 fields is there. Then you have to upload 5 your maximum 5 invoices. I'm not talking about maximum 5. You have 10 disputed invoices. Then you have to accommodate those 10 invoices in 5 places maximum. Because you have to make one PDF of your total invoices and put there. And against those invoices, you have to put, or you have to fill the work order. Suppose you don't have work order, then you have to.
So that means your total contents have to be prepared, kept in 5 different PDFs, so that the 5 PDFs are pasted in 5 different fields.
Maximum you have to make 5 PDFs maximum.
Yes.
You have 10 invoices in your hand, and those 10 invoices is related to your delayed payments or disputed invoices. You have to make those 10 invoices into 5 PDF.
Yes. Right.
And there should be proper work order. Suppose you have verbally you have supplied. In that case, what you will do? You make an affidavit. You substantiate your invoice through an affidavit, which is made verbally. And your delivery challan, part payment, email, etc., everything is accepted as your secondary evidence. Means when you are supplying goods or services, definitely you make challan, you get part payment also, you get correspondence from your buyer through email, WhatsApp, whatever it is. So those correspondence or those communications are very important. And during proceeding, conciliation or arbitration proceeding, those communications, those things will be presented as your secondary evidence. Friend, I want to add something. When already I have told ki when there is an agreement of 45 days and there is no agreement 15 days, then how we will calculate that 45 days and 15 days? Normally, from the date of acceptance of goods or services, not from the bill date or invoice date, mind it. Suppose today you are supplying your goods or services, and normally today you must supply goods and make today you are making one invoice, and your good is received after 5 days. Then after 5 days, that day will be taken care of, not today's invoice date. So here date is not invoice date, it is date of receipt of actual delivery of goods or services.
Some cases, goods are delivered through the courier and something the manner. In that case, delivery of the things to the courier company or speed post will be taken as a constructive delivery to the purchase.
The date of actual delivery of goods or services,
not constructive delivery,
not today's date or date of invoice date.
No, I am telling a different thing. That the goods can be delivered to the office of the purchaser. That is one thing, and you will be accepting. Another thing, you will be delivering it through speed post or something. In that case, the delivery is a constructive delivery.
Yes. So the date of actual delivery of goods and services is important.
Sir, sir, if suppose I have supplied the services today, but I have not raised the invoices, and intentionally I will be raising the invoices after some time. So, sir, how the buyer would know would know that how much he have to pay without getting the invoices? So he how he can pay within 45 days from the date of receipt of services, sir? Can you please put some light on this?
No, you have to make invoices, proper invoices to your buyer.
Okay.
So without giving the proper invoice to buyer, how buyer will know?
Correct, sir. Yeah.
Because you know that total proceeding is evidence based, not verbal. You are putting services and already I have told ki suppose you are making services or supplying goods verbally, then what will do? You have no work order. Then how will justify your supply, your invoice? There is
Got
provision. You make an affidavit. You make an affidavit on such and such date. I make verbally, and this is the documents I prepared, like delivery challenge, all this, and this is the receipt of goods or services. So on the basis of those evidences, you can substantiate or justify your invoice or supply.
Got it, sir. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Even also in the delivery challan, there may not be amount may not be included, but the payment will be made from the date of receipt of the delivery channel, acknowledgement of the delivery channel.
Okay. Then, what is your question?
The invoice may be prepared afterwards also at the time of delivery of the goods. The purchaser has signed on the delivery challenge. That is the date of delivery.
Okay.
And
Then
the amount will be determined later on. Afterwards, he will be
no,
intimated.
no, at amount will be determined on later and how?
He will be
Amount
raising the
will be
invoice.
determined.
He will be
First, you have
raising
to
the
determine. Let me complete. First, you have determined your agreement. On this amount you will supply goods or services. Without amount you are supplying, then dispute automatically will come. And this dispute is not, it is very difficult to justify. That's why I'm telling you should have some written work order where your payment terms will be there, where your, that amount will be there, rate will be there, everything will be transparent and in written document. Okay. So friend, this is something about the delayed payment cases and how we will file your delayed payment cases to MSCFC without going to court. Any question from participants? I want to add something. You see that when you supply goods or services to buyer, the definitely, and it is you are getting delayed to receive payments, then your case will be a delayed payment case. Then you know that your delayed payment cases, your interest portion and your principal portion all are reported in your annual statement of accounts. Audited annual statement of accounts. And those audited annual statement of accounts are very important. You can also know that during proceeding, you can also substantiate or justify those documents as your secondary evidence ki it is already reported and an auditor has signed those things regarding your delayed payment, interest, principal, and all these things. So during proceeding, these are also important. So you know that there is provision to report as per Companies Act, there is provision to report as per income tax as in your tax audit report, ROC filing. One form is there, MSME 1. Half yearly you have to report your delayed payment, outstanding interest and principal. So you have to show all these things in your annual statement accounts. I'm not covering all these things because this is a separate chapter. When I will be next class, I will discuss about the reporting of your delayed payments in different act as per Companies Act, tax audit as per Income Tax Act, ROC filing. Then I will discuss detail about those reporting requirements and everything. Disclosure as per Section 22 MSME Act, and Schedule 13, how will disclose all these things. What is the liability on not disclosing all these things? So these are all, disclosure requirement, and non-disclosure, there is a penal provision. I will cover separately. Today I am not covering all these things. 43BH of Income Tax Act, you know that last year it had come, and so many problem arises in this section regarding supply of goods and services, and this is continuing. This provision is already there, so please take care and all these things. And this is the statistics, friend, how many cases settled right now through this MSME Samadhan portal. You see that huge number of cases are being settled, and are being filed. Cases filed 93,208 and amount involved is 28,501 crore rupees. Cases disposed 50,670 and amount involved is 8,988 crore rupees. So huge number and huge amount is involved, and definitely it is another way how your delayed payment will be settled. Definitely the small enterprises who have Uddam registration and who are facing problem regarding their payment, they can take advantage of this facility provided by Ministry of Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises, Government of India. And this is something about from my side today. If you have any question, you can ask. Before you ask, I want to add something. Suppose, friend, you are supplying goods or services to a buyer and your payment is getting delayed and you are getting delayed to receive your payment, then you know that there is interest provision. You have to charge interest as per section. I'm showing you. I'm showing you. Please wait. Already I have discussed. The buyer shall be liable to pay the amount with interest. So you have to pay amount, principal amount with interest. Whether you can waive that interest, because suppose you have exceeded 45 days maximum, and there is also transactions going on between supplier and buyer. After 45 days, you are getting payment. Officially, you are getting payment. Whether the buyer waive that interest, is it possible? Well, it is possible as per current provision of the Act. Friend, you cannot waive that interest. Suppose a supplier agrees, okay, fine, our payment is 90 days, fine, we have no problem. Or our payment is 60 days, no problem. Our payment is within 50 days, no problem. But when it is 50 days or 90 days, 60 days, then interest provision will come. So you have to take interest and you have to show that interest in your annual accounts. Whether this supplier can waive that interest. He will be talking with his buyer. Okay, fine, we will not take any interest. Our thing will go as usual, no problem. We'll take 50 days or within 90 days, within 60, whatever it is. After 45 days. Friend, you cannot waive the interest, because you know that section 17, buyers shall be liable to pay with amount and interest. There is no such provision in the Act regarding waiver. Everywhere you are liable, every section, right from section, you see section 15. So section 15 says within 1 second. 15 says that is 45 days and 15 days provision will come. So you have to pay. Section 16 says the date and how you will calculate that interest. Likewise, everywhere
actually the object of this act is only to strengthen the liquidity of the MSME enterprises. That is why all the
it is the
sections.
main objective is towards that direction, to give the benefit to micro and small enterprises in respect of their payment, because they are facing problem in their trade or commerce regarding their payment only. When they supply their goods and services to buyer, they get that main problem. They don't get timely payment from their buyer. So I am talking about the waiver. Whether waiver is possible, waiver is not possible. Again, I am going back to my discussion. This act had come in the year 2006 as a policy making. Not, it is a matter of one individual buyer and supplier. It is a buyer community and supplier community. As a whole, they have discussed. And after a long discussion, they have come out with such a act where there will be categorization, micro, small, medium enterprises and their problem. Through this act, their promotion, their competitiveness, all these things, they try to solve. So waiver is not possible. One important thing, friend, you know that we have so many software company, particularly in everywhere. We have in Kolkata, Hyderabad, there, Bangalore, there. So there is Supreme Court judgment. The software is a good, but you know that software is not, and it is also a manufacturing. There is a Supreme Court judgment. But since software is not included in the manufacturing, in the MSME Act 2006, so software will not come as manufacturing and it cannot be categorized as micro, small and medium enterprises. Because you know that when software should be included, in my opinion, but since in couple of years, so it was, and present position is that the software is not included as a manufacturing activity and they cannot be categorized as micro, small, medium. It is special one example just I want to share with you, just for your knowledge. Other thing, that fine. And this is from my side today. If you have any question, we can discuss further.
Anyone having any question, please unmute. I think major answers has been done in the session itself.
Everybody's doubts are clarified. It's taken care by Basia sir. No problem. Everybody was well, and everybody's queries are explained thoroughly.
If you have any question, we can discuss, no problem. Today is Sunday, we can take another 10-15 minutes. And then we have lunch. Very interesting topic, friend. You can guide your clients, that you're mostly, I see mostly chartered accountant have joined. So you can guide your client, micro and small enterprises. Any question, friend?
I think, sir, we can wrap up right now as there is no any such question further.
Yes, go ahead, interrupting.
Okay, okay. So no further questions then. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for your discussion on this vital topic. And it has been a very interesting session as you have put on so much valuable insights and knowledge. And this is actually a very interesting topic because it's a year-ending March and people would like to get their recoveries for MSMEs as well. So
It is interesting and interactive also.
yes,
Interactive also.
absolutely. And thanks to all the participants because of whom the session has been so much interesting. So much question answer sessions has been going on. And I want to thank the team of Small Entrepreneurs Institute for making this webinar possible and putting light on to the crucial aspects of the webinar. And since now we are wrapping up, but we will keep you organizing different webinars on different topics, and you may follow our YouTube channel and as well as our posts for the future events, Annie. So let's wrap up then, and thank you, sir, so much for your time, and thank you all the participants, and have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you, all of you, for being with us. And it is definitely honor and privilege for me to be with you this Sunday morning and giving an opportunity to discuss on the very crucial, important subject. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.